everybody says, I would like to be a fly on the wall on a Bhansali set. You all actually have lived it, you all have worked there, made it. What is it like? What is the experience like?
It's outstanding. It's out of the world. The world that SLB creates is beautiful.
Listen, if you were a fly on the wall on a Bhansali set, you'll be strategically placed on that wall.
That's true.
You'll
Where
be
it
there
should
for a
be.
reason, otherwise you wouldn't be there.
You will not be there. That's a good one.
He'll ask you, what do you feel like doing? What will this character do in this moment?
And he
Can
lets you do that, like if you have a...
Of course, this is one of the big misconceptions
Yeah.
about people who
It
are
is.
auteurs, that
Yeah.
they will control everything. In a sense, he'll set the structure, but then
Okay.
he'll be like, show me what you can do.
I think what I've learned from Sir is to just live in that moment and not think too much. And that's what, as an actor, I did. I just was in the moment, surrendered myself. He is very collaborative. He loves everyone to give their subtext or ideas. He'll ask you also, what do you feel?
I'm really grateful to Sanjay sir for imagining me like that.
Right.
I would have never imagined me playing a character like that. And from the very first day that I went to meet him, he's actually very secretive. So
Okay.
until I actually reached my look test,
Okay.
I didn't know what was in his head.
You've worked with him before. Now that they're saying these things, this is a great interview for me to know more about him. Was he always like that?
He was always collaborative. He was during Khamoshi time. I remember me and Shuttapa, the writer, worked on a scene, and next day when we performed and all, he lets you. He respects you as an artist.
Okay.
He of course has a vision. He of course has given you a graph, and you've discussed this through before. But he allows your artistic instinct to take over and do what you want to do. And of course, if you're not able to do it, he'll guide you through.
Right.
He'll say, okay, no, you do it like this, this is better.
Ladies, welcome to Bollywood Hangama. Y'all are looking absolutely gorgeous, and it's totally my luck I'm here, and I'm so happy, especially after watching 2 episodes. So, big thumbs up to that.
Thank you so much.
I'll start with you. This everybody says, you can all please come in with this question. Everybody says, I would like to be a fly on the wall on a Bhansali set. You all actually have lived it, you all have worked there, made it. Tell the people who, like me, who can never come on this set, what is it like? What is the experience like?
It's outstanding. It's out of the world. The world that SLB creates is beautiful. It's full of beauty and glamour and grandeur, and so much of drama and so much of heart. It's romance and heartbreak and everything put together. It's so intense.
Right.
And the moment I remember the first day that I entered the set, and I swear to God, after even despite doing so many movies,
Yeah.
I had not seen this level of grandeur.
Wow.
And I was in awe, and I was looking up on the ceiling. There's a beauty done on the ceiling, every nook and corner. So it's a different world altogether. It's a beautiful world.
Right.
Listen, if you were a fly on the wall on a Bhansali set, you'll be strategically placed on that wall.
That's true.
You'll
Where
be
it
there
should
for a
be.
reason, otherwise you wouldn't be there.
You will not be there. That's a good one.
So, but being on a Bhansali set is a privilege more than anything else. As an assistant, as an actor, as a DOP, as a choreographer, it's a privilege to be on a Bhansali set because that man is the master of not just his craft, which is basically looking over everyone else's craft, because what else does a director do? He knows most people's job as well as them, if not a different perspective to what they have to offer, and it's actually a privilege to just watch him execute his vision and understand everyone's potential around him to aid execution of his vision.
Right. Nice. Richa, every character, all of you all are wonderful. What was his brief to you about your character? What did he tell you?
In my case, I think, first of all, it's a very different outing for me.
Yes.
I have not done anything like this. And his brief to me was really like almost like a woman who is sort of, started enjoying her tragedy in a way, and her like love and her unrequited love, to be more precise. And just thought it's a very interesting world to explore, and he gave me the reference of Meena Kumari.
Okay.
So I tried to study that as best as I could in terms of voice and diction and how it was set in in an era. I mean, for me, that's the real jam. Like I love like listening to things and trying to work them in a certain way, so that there's a certain rhythm in which if we listen to old movies, there's a certain way in which people speak, men, women, Hollywood, any country, anywhere. So it's like recreating that time, but with your mannerisms, with your voice. And so I had really a lot of fun exploring that like a nerd with Sanjay Leela Bhansali. I was like, can I try this? What about this voice? What about this kind of, do you want a nasal twang? What about this talaffuz? She said it before, but if he trusts you in that moment, he'll ask you, what do you feel like doing? What will this character do in this moment?
And he
Can
lets you do that, like if you have a.
Of course, this is one of the big misconceptions
Yeah.
about people
It
who are
is.
auteurs, that
Yeah.
they will control everything. In a sense, he'll set the structure, but then
Okay.
he'll be like, show me what you can do. What will you bring to it? Give me something here. So
Good to know that.
Yeah.
Really good to know. Because you said like it's a misconception which we have never been on a set
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
You tell us, Sanjay, like when you're there on the set, all these things, is there a pressure to perform also because of it's a Sanjay Bansali thing, so many colleagues, so many actors, and everything is so perfect?
I think there's no time to think about the pressure at that time because you just want to surrender yourself to Sir, and you're so busy in the smallest of details what he explains you with all the characters and all the emotions. So you're just engrossed in that moment. And I think what I've learned from Sir is to just live in that moment and not think too much. And that's what, as an actor, I did. I just was in the moment, surrendered myself, and as then everyone said that he is very collaborative.
Yeah.
He loves everyone to give their subtext or ideas. He'll ask you also, what do you feel? Even if you're not part of Hiramandi, he'll still ask you, what do you think
that's
about
nice,
the
yeah.
scene? So he loves ideas, and if it works for the scene and the betterment of the character, he'll be at it. Yeah.
Right. So now, I wish I could tell people more about what your character is, but I will not. My lips are absolutely sealed. What do you want to tell at this stage? Because there's so much we cannot tell them.
I just want to tell them that this is a way that you've never seen me before,
Yeah.
and I'm really grateful to Sanjay sir for imagining me like that.
Right.
I would have never imagined me playing a character like that.
Mm.
And from the very first day that I went to meet him, he's actually very secretive. So
Okay.
until I actually reached my look test,
Okay.
I didn't know what was in his head. And I've gone there thinking, oh, Bhansali heroine, I'm going to have like nice long flowing locks, and I'm going to wear these beautiful, stunning anarkalis, and I'm going to do mudra and kathak and this and that and all. And I've reached there, and he's just told me that this is what you're doing. And I'm like, oh. Nice, interesting.
Right.
And I completely welcomed it with open arms because it was so different. And as an actor today, I'm honestly just looking for good roles to play and roles that are different from each other.
Yeah.
Like I just had come out of a XXL and a Dahad, and
Yeah.
I've jumped into Hiramandi.
Yeah.
So for me, that was contrast of
Contrast.
like some different level only.
Right.
So I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it, and I'm so glad that he pictured me in a way like this. For an actor, it's a pleasure when
Yeah.
a director imagines you in a way that nobody has ever even thought of you as.
True.
And to challenge you like that, I think that's a real pleasure for an actor, and I got that with this.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of surprises for everyone.
What a cast, and also Aditi, who's absolutely amazing
Yeah.
in it. I'll ask you now. You've worked with him before. Now that they're saying these things, this is a great interview for me to know more about him. Was he always like that, collaborative, and is he different?
Absolutely. He was always collaborative. He was, during Khamoshi time, I remember me and Shuttapa, the writer, worked on a scene, and next day when we performed and all, he lets you he respects you as an artist.
Okay.
He of course has a vision. He of course has given you a graph, and you've discussed this through before. But he allows your artistic instinct to take over and do what you want to do. And of course, if you're not able to do it, he'll guide you through.
Right.
He'll say, okay, no, you do it like this. This is better. That, you know. But he's always been like that. Even in Khamoshi, absolutely.
Right. You know, anyone can take this. You know, this is in the middle of all these beautiful costumes and sets. A story of, you know, misery, betrayal, sadness. What these, when you're in this character, do you get an idea what all do women go through? What all these kind of women have gone through? Who'd like to? Yeah.
Yeah, the thought does cross your mind.
Cross your mind.
And you know, this story has been with him for the longest time. There's a lot of research that has gone into it. You know, our writers have actually spoken to the courtesans who were a part of the pre-independence era. And I think a couple of them are still alive, if I'm not mistaken. That's what Moin Uncle you know, has told me. So there have been instances taken from their lives. And today, as the independent, strong women, you know, who are doing a show on them, a series on them, you know, it makes us think, what kind of lives must they have actually lived? What kind of sacrifices, what kind of suffering, what kind of pain, what kind of emotions they must have gone through in real life. It is very, very
also, Sonal,
overwhelming.
Their power.
Yeah.
Very powerful ladies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they were actually ruling.
They were ruling, they were the queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the queens of their area and that era, and they had everyone by the.
Also, it shows
Let's
the
just
juxtaposition.
but yeah.
Also, I believe it shows the juxtaposition as to what today the perception of these kind of women is as compared to what we're portraying these women to be. I think that's something that needs to be acknowledged, because
And
when I
it's-
tried to explain to
It's a
people,
fact that the courtesan did fight the Britishers.
Yes, they did,
And
right.
they did, it's a historical fact. You know, so, I mean, they were not brainless by any chance.
Right.
Also,
They had manners, etiquette, they were the, you know, prim and proper and, you know, tehzeeb, zaban, how to wear, outfit. Like, they were the queens, actually.
They
in
were
real
very
sense.
cultured women.
Very
actually.
cultured women.
Yeah, very cultured.
yeah, what I love about his approach is that like, he accords to women a certain dignity. He understands this world very well, but he also emphasizes that they are sort of the safekeepers of poetry, of shairi, of kathak, of thumri. And if you look this up, it's because of the tawaifs that many of these art forms have survived till today. And some we've lost. But the ones that have survived are because of these women, and they're generationally training women under them. And of course, you know, I hope that at the end of the show, there are words that have been stigmatized, like tawaif or mujra, that we stop sort of being hypocritical about, and we start to give them the dignity that they deserve.
The
Right.
respect.
Yeah, my whole
absolutely.
quest in performing this character was to humanize even the pain, the suffering, the lovelornness, the loneliness, everything about these women. I think this is something that is a common thread in everyone.
it's literally when I tried to
Yeah,
explain to
I
my
think,
friends. Sorry, it's
please
literally when I tried to explain to my friends, oh, what does your character portray? And I was like, Tawaif, courtesan, and all their eyes widened, and I was like, it's because you belong to this generation that you don't understand what we're portraying to you. So exactly how Richa put it across, what we're portraying is what it was.
Yeah.
And we hope that that level of dignity that has been portrayed transcends to understanding what actually happened to these women after partition. Like, it's something that just needs to be acknowledged at some point. The show might address it, might not address it, but at the end of the day, whether you take that away from the show, you don't. What happened to these women after a certain point? Where are they today? Are they Kathak dance teachers? Are they courtesans today? Like, what happened to these women. So that's something that like is just food for thought after you watch this entire show.
Right, right. Sanjita, you wanted to say?
Yeah, I also feel that in the world of cinema, I think Sir portrays each women character with so much of reverence and respect in the most dignified way. Like the broken stories, I feel, are said in the most dignified way, and that's the beauty of that man. And on the set also, we were like, yeah, Sir would, each one of us, he would just say that, "Ye meri raniyan hai." Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Lastly, I don't have much time. Lastly, I want to ask you all that he is a filmmaker who where everything behind also is in such detail. I won't get a chance to interview him maybe, but at some point you all must have had a conversation. How did he get convinced to make this on OTT? Have anyone chatted with him? And also, do you want to tell people to watch it, where to watch it on the biggest screen possible, so that they get to see all your details?
Projector kharido bhai. That's what to say at this point.
Right. Anyone? Yeah. So actually,
I think he's just lived with it for so long,
Okay.
and he probably had so much material that you couldn't really, compile it into one singular
movie, right.
film. And the beauty about series is for an actor, for a director, that you just get to stay with it much longer.
Right.
And so he was able to build up all the characters. He
Correct.
was able to really cook it and add that masala and tadka and
Yeah.
drama and and give the audiences what the script, what the material actually deserved. So I
Absolutely.
think that is why they're releasing it as a series, and it's coming on Netflix on 1st May. So please watch it. You
And
will
watch
not,
in the biggest screen
on
possible.
the biggest screen
Yeah.
possible.
Very important. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Watch wherever you can watch at the end of
Just
the day,
watch it.
because it's worth watching.
Yeah.
It is,
Like-
it's for sure.
One thing with Sanjay sir is he's lived with these kind of stories his entire childhood, his entire life. Like throughout Gangubai, if you go back and watch his interviews, he'll talk about them. And I think this was his chance to reflect that story in depth, or his perception of it. Whether you look at Devdas, you look at Gangubai, I think this gave him like a much broad, Netflix gave him a much broader horizon to put that across to the whole world.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So I think it just like gave him that opportunity, and he grabbed at it and executed in Bhansali fashion.
Yeah. And thanks to Netflix, I've seen too. So thank you so much.
Thanks to Netflix, the whole world will see
We
all.
can't, we
Yeah,
can't
thanks
wait
to
for you to watch the
Netflix.
rest.
I can't
We
wait.
love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so, so much.